All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Daily. My name is Jackson. I post daily Raiders content, so hit that like button, hit that sub button. Now, Aaron Donald was just ruled out for tomorrow night's game against the Los Angeles Rams. The Raiders are looking for 4 straight to get to 6-7 on the season. I still think they're going to run the table. I still think they're going to make the playoffs and finish 10-7. And I'm going to enjoy tomorrow, man. Baker Mayfield, I have an inclination Baker Mayfield will suit up for the Rams tomorrow. I honestly, personally think they're better off with their backup. I don't really think Baker Mayfield, you got to learn the playbook. Baker Mayfield also has looked desperate this entire season. Baker Mayfield's NFL career just hasn't necessarily panned out as a lot of people were anticipating, but I don't think he's enough. The Rams are 3-9, man. They're missing half their starters on the defensive side. Cooper Kupp is injured. They are battling so many injuries. And the issue is, when you go all in on a Super Bowl and you pay top-heavy players, like you get superstars, guys like Aaron Donald, guys like Cooper Kupp, Matt Stafford, when you go out and you acquire these or you get them in free agency or whatever you end up doing, there's a price to pay. And that price to pay is lack of depth. The Rams right now look completely lost. Now, I'm not saying this is like a completely easy victory, because it's not. It's the NFL. These are still NFL players. As bad as Baker Mayfield's season has gone this year, he's still an NFL quarterback. It's not an easy win by any means. But they're not going to beat the Raiders. The only team capable of taking down the Las Vegas Raiders right now at this point in the season is the Las Vegas Raiders. So unless the Raiders beat themselves, which we saw plenty in the first half of the season, so it's not out of the ordinary, the Raiders are going to win this football game, man. If Derek Carr is playing, if Davante Adams is playing, Darren Waller probably won't play. Hunter Renfrow probably won't play. I saw that Josh Jacobs is questionable. That is very unfortunate. That is very unideal, but I still think he suits it up. As long as the Raiders' big three on offense suits it up, they're going to be just fine, man. They're going to definitely be just fine. Before we get any further in this video, if you guys enjoy it, you like daily Raiders content, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Guys, I want you to drop a comment right now. Give me a game prediction. Give me a score prediction on the Thursday night football game tomorrow against the Rams. Let me know what you guys are thinking. And then hit that like button. That means a lot to me. It means the world. Really helps out the algorithm. Let's try and get to 250 likes on tonight's video. But, Derek Carr, Davante Adams is having just an extremely impressive season. I feel like it's kind of getting undermined because Justin Jefferson is breaking all of these records, and the Raiders started the season 2-7, and it just hasn't gone necessarily as planned. But they have a top 10 offense currently. The last 3 weeks on this win streak, they have one of the best offenses. They're averaging 30 points. They're averaging over 30 points a game. It's fun to watch, man. And Derek Carr is the one making these throws. But Davante Adams is having touchdown over 25 yards, touchdown over 25 yards. He is having one hell of a season, and he's just making plays. But Derek Carr is also making the plays. A healthy Josh Jacobs, Davante Adams, and Derek Carr, whether it's for the duration of this season, whether it's for tomorrow, whether it's for next season, if they're on their P's and Q's, which they have been the last couple of weeks, it really should terrify the rest of the league. That is one of the most powerful groups in all of football, offensively speaking. And, it doesn't end just there. The Raiders' defense has been doing their job. That's a huge reason why they're able to sustain this winning streak right now through 3 games. Their offensive line has improved so much. Words genuinely can't even describe how much this Raiders offensive line has improved, not only from the start of the season and on a week-to-week basis, but specifically since that Denver Broncos game, where you're going up against one of the best top 3, top 5 undisputed defenses in the National Football League. They've done a phenomenal job. They've done genuinely a phenomenal job. Now, there are some holes with this team, right? Turnovers, specifically in the first quarter. First quarter turnovers have been, actually, fortunately, the last 3 weeks, it hasn't necessarily come back to bite them because they've won the last 3 games, but that's, got to not turn the ball over. The defense has had its holes, but guys like Chandler Jones with 3 sacks this past week, they're stepping up, man. They're just genuinely stepping up. And the most important thing, we talk about this time and time again on this channel, the most important thing in football and sports in general is momentum. And the Raiders have all of it right now. I get that the Rams have nothing to lose, but at the end of the day, We were talking about firing Josh McDaniels 3 weeks ago. People are still talking about firing Josh McDaniels. People were talking about trading away Derek Carr or cutting Derek Carr 3 weeks ago. People are still having that discussion. Like, the Raiders also have nothing to lose. Man, they started the season 2-7. So just keep riding that momentum, take care of the football, get the job done, execute. They're going to be just fine tomorrow. I'm not trying to jinx it. We'll knock on some wood here, but the Raiders will be just fine, and they're going to get their 4th straight victory tomorrow. And just get healthy, man. And they play good on prime time. I remember that Chiefs game. They didn't close it, but that's been the difference maker between the start of the season, the last 3 games, is they're closing football games. They were so close so many times, and they just shot themselves in the foot week after week after week. They shot themselves in the foot. And it's finally been kiboshed the last 3 weeks. I'm loving every minute of it. I know that the season hasn't gone as planned. It just hasn't. But you got to go week to week. You got to enjoy these victories. And let's watch some football tomorrow, man. So hit that like button, hit that sub button. But most importantly, go ahead, drop a score prediction down below.